Hello and welcome to a very special lecture series on socio-religious reformers in India. In today's class, we are going to deal with some of the important facts as well as contributions associated with Lokmanya Balgangadhar Tilak or Balgangadhar Tilak. So let us look at some of the important facts as well as contributions associated with none other than Lokmanya Tilak. So as far as the birth year and death year is concerned, the birth year is 1856 and the death year is 1920. Lokmanya Tilak or Balgangadhar Tilak was born as Keshav Gangadhar Tilak and he was later popularly known as Lokmanya Tilak. He studied from Deccan College and Postgraduate Institute from Pune in the year 1877 and later on he also studied law. We see that Valentine Carroll, he was a British journalist, called him as the father of Indian unrest. That means his struggle towards the freedom of India was noted by British journalists and he called Balgangadhar Tilak as the father of Indian unrest. So this is again an important fact associated with Balgangadhar Tilak. Later on, Balgangadhar Tilak along with Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar as well as Gopal Ganesh Agarkar started something called as Deccan Education Society, and this Deccan Education Society established New English School in the year 1880 as well as Fergusson College Pune in the year 1885. Later on, Balgangadhar Tilak taught at Fergusson College as well. Thereafter, Tilak started a Marathi weekly called as Kesari in the year 1881, and the first editor of Kesari was not Tilak but was Agarkar. That means we see that that Kesari was started by Balgangadhar Tilak in the year 1881 and it was a Marathi weekly, but the first editor was Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. But due to differences with Gopal Ganesh Agarkar, later on what happened is Tilak took over the editorship of Kesari and Agarkar started his own journal called as Sudharak. I have already made a video with respect to the facts as well as contributions of Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. I will just put the link in the description below so that you can check it, and also check the I button on the left hand corner top. So probably that will also help you. Yeah. Thereafter, he also became the editor of an English journal called as Maharata. So Agarkar left Kesari and therefore Tilak took over the leadership of Kesari as well as he became the editor of Maharata and this was specifically in English. Thereafter, Tilak launched Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsav in the year 1894. So we see the Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsav still being celebrated, but it was launched by none other than Balgangadhar Tilak. Thereafter, Tilak also proposed a charter called as the charter of Tilak, in which he envisaged certain age limits for marrying girls that was always above 16. Then he also set an age for men to marry that was not before the age of 40. He also set an age for remarriages. That means if at all a man has to remarry, he should always remarry a widow. These were some of the things which were specified in the charter which was proposed by Lokmanya Balgangadhar Tilak. Thereafter, we see that he also founded the Shri Shivaji Fund Committee in the year 1895, and this fund was specifically raised for celebration of Chhatrapati Shivaji Jayanti. So this is again an important thing. He also started the Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsav and also he started or founded Shri Shivaji Fund Committee for the celebration of Chhatrapati Shivaji Jayanti. Thereafter, he also became the member of Pune Municipal Committee, Bombay Legislative Council, as well as he became the fellow of Bombay University Senate. Thereafter, he also started attending the Congress sessions from the year 1899. Thereafter, we see that he attended the Congress session at Surat in December 1907, and that was the period where Congress split in two important factions called as the extremists and moderates. So he was also he attended that session of Congress at Surat in December 1907. Later on, he was convicted of and he was found guilty for sedition in the year 1908 and jailed for 6 years, and he was sent to Andaman. This is an important decision or important thing which happened in Balgangadhar Tilak's life. After his jail term, he returned back from Andaman and devoted all his energies towards something called as Home Rule movement. I've also talked about important facts as well as contributions associated with Annie Besant. So you can see that home rule movement has been captured into that into the facts as well as contributions associated with Annie Besant. I'll also put that link in the description below so that you can go and check. So Tilak was also associated with the home rule movement. This home rule movement was obviously inspired by the Irish home rule movement, or the self-rule movement in a sense. So now this home rule movement was established before the Lucknow session of the National Congress, and it was in the year 1916. In this session, what happened is the Congress and the Muslim League signed a pact as well. So this is again an important thing associated with or important fact associated with Lokmanya Balgangadhar Tilak. Thereafter he also raised or he also started promoting Swadeshi goods, as well as started raising voice against boycotting of the foreign goods. He also raised funds, that is Paisa fund, for promotion of indigenous industry. Thereafter he wrote certain scholarly articles. The one which was praised by Max Muller was called as Orion, and it is the original study of the Vedic calendar. So this was praised by Max Muller as well. Thereafter we see certain books written by Balgangadhar Tilak. The first one is called as Gitara, or the monumental treatise of Gita. It was in the year 1915. It was published in the year 1915. Thereafter we see Orion, which was written in 1893. This one which was praised by Max Muller. And thereafter we see the third one, that is Arctic Home in Vedas, which was written or published in the year 1903. The last important fact associated with Lokmanya Balgangadhar Tilak is that there was a famous trio representing the entire region of India called as Lal Bal Pal. That means Lala Rajpat Rai, Balgangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal. So these were the famous trio of representing the entire India, popularly known as Lal Bal Pal. So these are some of the facts as well as contributions associated with none other than Lokmanya Balgangadhar Tilak. I hope this covers majority of the things which are associated with this important personality in the socio-religious reform movements in India. So please stay tuned for more. Thank you.